Hey guys, this is Bird from Inside Outline and welcome back to another Cricut video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to take this coloring page right here and turn it into an SVG file that you see over on this right side. I do want to thank my aunt Gina, for teaching me how to do this method, and I'm so excited to be sharing it with you all today. So before we get into this video, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel. So what you want to do is open up Google in whatever web browser you're using. I am using Google Chrome, but you can use Safari, Firefox, or whatever browser you're using. Open up Google and then type the words coloring page. I'm not going to put the S on the end. I'm just going to put in coloring page and hit enter. Then what you want to do is to click on images. So right next to the word all, you should see the word images. And as you can see, just for the term coloring page, there are over 7 billion? Yeah, 7 billion results that come up for coloring page. So what I'll do now is to click on images. And one thing that I do want to say is whenever you're choosing these coloring pages, you want to make sure that you choose something that does not have a lot of detail. And you want to do that because it's going to be much easier for you to trace this image and get rid of the background. So as you can see, this image right here would make a good image for you to trace and remove the background because it does not have a lot of detail. So I actually think I'm going to save this one to my computer. And to do that, all you need to do is to right click on that image and then click Save Image As. I'm just going to call this one Cupcake and then save it. Okay. This image right here would not be a good image to trace or try to remove the background for because it just has so much detail and so many things going on. So you definitely do not want to use that one. This turtle looks like a really good one. One other thing that I want to say is to make sure that the images that you're saving are high quality images. So this turtle, it kind of looks like a high quality image. Looking at it right here, it does look a little blurry. This one, it looks really good. Even when I'm looking at it over here in the middle of my screen, it looks really good. And when I look at it over on the right side, it looks really good too. This little cupcake, that looks cute. Almost looks like Hello Kitty. I think I'm gonna save this one as well. So right click and then click Save Image As. I'm gonna name this one Cupcake 1 and click Save. Exit out of that. And again, you have so many different options. If there's a specific type of coloring page that you're looking for, like a SpongeBob coloring page or any other cartoon character, you can type that in and, you know, just find images for that. This little cat looks really cute with its little hat on. So again, you have a lot of different options that are available for you. You may have to do a trial and error type of thing. So you may download an image and it may not look good once you start tracing it. Just get rid of it, find a different one, or type in a specific search term to kind of get what you're looking for. So again, I'm just scrolling through here. You can see all of these different types of coloring pages. This Mario one looks pretty cool. I think I'm going to save this one too. So right click, Save Image As. I'm just gonna save it as Mario. All right, so what I'm about to do now is to go over to Cricut Design Space, click the Upload button in the bottom left, click the Upload Image button, and I just want to point out something. These file types right here are the only type of files that you can upload to Cricut Design Space. So you can either click this Browse button to search for the image that you want to use, or you can just drag and drop it here. So what I'm going to do is to click on my Finder window. And one thing I want to point out right now. So for this cupcake, it is a WEBP file type. And as you can see, from Cricut Design Space, that is not one of their supported file types. So a workaround to this is that you can open up this file on your computer and then you can take a screenshot of it. That's if you still want to use it. So what I'm going to do is to take a screenshot of this image. On my MacBook, I'm going to hold down the Shift, Command, and 3 button. And this is the screenshot right here that has me looking a little crazy. But what I'm going to do is to edit that picture. I'm going to crop it. Okay, just crop it all the way down. Okay, and then hit the crop button up top and then click done. Okay. So now that image is in my desktop, but for right now, I'm just gonna go to this first cupcake or this cupcake file, click it and drag it in. Then I'm gonna click on complex and click continue. Then what you want to do is to start clicking in the white space to get rid of it. Okay, if you don't, I'm gonna show you what it's gonna look like. So right now, let's say I wanted to use this file. I'm gonna click on preview cut image. It's basically a rectangle. So what I'll do is to click the hide cut image, and you wanna start getting rid of that white space. So now when I click preview cut image, this is what it looks like. So again, you wanna click inside of all the white space. And I personally don't care to have, you know, all these stars and things around it. You can keep those if you want to. I plan on slicing out these stars later on. But for right now, I'm just gonna focus on the inside piece of my cupcake. If you need to zoom in, all you have to do is to click on this plus sign right here and scroll down and keep clicking on all of that white space. Okay, we're almost there. And don't worry about this part in the bottom or that black rectangle around the design. We're gonna slice that out later. So right now I'm gonna click on preview cut image, and this is what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good. There look like there are some little jagged edges inside of that cupcake, but I don't mind that. If you start tracing an image and it has a lot of jagged edges and it just looks crazy, you probably need to just go back and find a better image to trace. Okay, so I think this looks really good. So what I'm gonna do is to click the apply and continue button in the bottom right. Click on cut image because I wanna cut this out as an SVG file, and then click upload. Now I'm gonna click on that image and click add to canvas. Okay, so this is what we're working with. And again, as I mentioned, I do not care to keep, you know, these little hearts and stars around the design. I'm going to slice those off. So what I'm gonna do now is to go over to shapes, click a rectangle, and I'm just gonna make a duplicate of that rectangle, move my design over a little bit, and I'm just gonna start slicing off the stuff that I do not need. So right now what I did was to lay this long rectangle on top of that left side of this line so I can cut it off basically. So select both pieces, and I can tell that both pieces are selected by looking over my layers panel. That long square is selected and the cupcake, and then you want to click slice. So if you click slice, it literally slices it off, and now we can get rid of that part. So I'm gonna continue to repeat that same process. I just made a duplicate of that rectangle. Gonna bring it over, make it a little longer, select both of those layers, click slice, and get rid of your pieces. Got to make a duplicate. I know this is somewhat of a tedious process, so if you have a faster way of doing this, please, by all means, go ahead and do that for yourself. But I'm just showing you how to slice away those little bitty parts that you do not need. Oops. And again, I'm just making a duplicate of that rectangle. Oops. Bringing it over, putting it on top of the pieces I want to get rid of. Click the slice button and just keep repeating that process until all the bad parts are gone. We're almost there. Okay. Oops. Slice. And I know this is a little bit tedious, but it's just another way to get SVG files, some really cool SVG files that you probably couldn't make for yourself, or you probably don't want to pay for. So just another quick and easy way. I like to call it a hack, SVG hack. So just gonna rotate this one a little bit. Okay, and slice. All right. So now you have your new SVG file. Now let's say that you wanted to add some color to this SVG file, because right now if you cut it, basically you're just gonna cut the black part. You're just gonna have an outline. So you won't have any color on the inside. But if you actually do want color on the inside, I'm gonna use the contour button to show you how to bring this cupcake to life. So I'm gonna move this design over to the left and make a duplicate of it. Go to the bottom right and click contour. And let's say we want to start with the face. We want to keep the face. So I'm going to click hide all contours, click on the face. And as you can see, it's right there. I'm going to hide that background. So all that's showing right now is the face. And you can tell because it's darker than all the rest of the design. So I'm going to click on the X. And now as you see, we have the face. So let's say that I want the face to be white. I'm going to bring it over here. And I'm actually going to come over to my layers panel and drag it underneath. So now that face is white. So all you do is repeat the same process. I'm going to make another copy or duplicate of that design over on the left side. Now let's say that this time I want to focus on the cherries. I want the cherries to be red. So I'm going to click on the contour button. And then I'm going to click hide all contours. And then I'm going to click on both of the cherries to make them darker. I'm going to click on this first layer to hide that as well. So the only thing that should be dark are those two cherries that I want to focus on. Click on the X. Now you have your two cherries. I'm going to change the color to red. Bring those over and drag them to the bottom. So now we have our red cherries. Again, make a duplicate of your design over on the right side. And to make a duplicate, you can also right click and then click duplicate. But I've just been using a keyboard shortcut. On a Mac is Command C to copy, Command V to paste. On a Windows computer is Control C to copy and Control V to paste. Okay. Now let's say we want to focus on those little green leaves up there, or the little stems, the leaves that are sticking out of the cherries. Gonna click contour, hide all contours, click on those two leaves, click on that background to hide it. The only thing that should be gray are those two leaves. Then we're gonna change the color up here to green and move that in, okay? So again, you want to keep repeating this process until you have your entire design filled in. Now, let's say, well, one of the most important things is making sure that whatever colors you're putting on your screen right here, you actually have those colors on hand. Because if you're just putting colors here to make it look pretty on the screen, but you don't have those colors on hand in adhesive vinyl or HTV, it's kind of pointless. And if you also want to save on the number of colors, HTV or adhesive vinyl that you're using, you probably want to incorporate some of the same colors throughout this design. So let's say, for instance, her ears, I want the top of her ears to be pink. So what I'll do is to make a duplicate of this design, bring it over, click contour, click hide all contours. The inside of the ears, I want those to be like a light pink. And let's say I have light pink on hand. Just click on that X. And then I'm just gonna choose this light pink color. If you want a different color, you can click that advanced button and you can kind of move your slider over. If you know the hex code, which is a 6-digit code, you can just paste that in right there, okay? And move these ears over, put those where they belong, make another duplicate, bring this up. And I want to do the top of her ears. I want those to be white. So contour, hide all contours, click on the top of those ears, click this to hide it, click the X, change that to white. Okay. And even for the little drip part on her head, let's say we want that to be white also. Again, make a duplicate, click contour, hide all contours, click that little dripping part, that little part over there, click on this. So this is the only thing that is dark gray. Click that X, change this to white. Okay, this is starting to look really, really good. Now let's say for these bottom parts, we want those to be all one color. So I'm gonna copy and paste to make a duplicate, click contour, click hide all, and then I'm just gonna click each one of these pieces so that I can change the color of them. And I have already hidden that top layer in the back. Okay, I'm gonna change that to red. And again, I'm using the same colors throughout the entire design so I can save a little bit of adhesive vinyl or HTV. So click on your design again, make a duplicate. It's way down there now. Okay, so again, I've been showing you step by step, but let's say off the bat, you already knew that you wanted your, the entire body of the little cat to be white. Just gonna click contour, hide all contours. So each piece of the body that you want it to be white, you would just click it here. So I know I've been kind of taking a step by step, but you could do that all within one click if you wanted to. So make sure I hide that face as well. Well, I do want the face. Yeah, do want the face to be white. So every part of the body that you want to be white, you would just click it here and then click X, and then change the color to white. And over here, what I'm going to do in the layers panel is to just get rid of those individual pieces. Okay, just move this over. Actually going to drag that to the bottom, and there you go. So that was pretty easy. Let me click on this layer. Okay, so for the star, I'm going to change the star to be green. So make a duplicate of your design one last time, click contour, click hide, click hide all contours, and then click on that star, click on that top layer to hide it. The star is the only thing showing. Click on that X, change that star to green, and bring it in there. Okay, so now you would be ready to, make your design. So all that you would need to do is to click make. You can save it if you want to. I always recommend saving your projects. I'm not going to save this one because this is just a quick tutorial. So I'm going to click don't save. And here you can see all the different colors that you would need. And you don't have to attach your designs here because they're basically already welded together. So these little two cherries, those are already in one layer. That's why they're not split apart, and that's why you don't have to weld them or anything like that. So then you would just continue on with your project. So I hope that this video has been helpful for you in learning how to take a coloring page and turn it into an SVG file. Thanks for watching.